On to number 9.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mr. Projection is here. Shaedon Sharpe, 6'5", 6'11" wingspan. Mr. I sat out the whole year from Kentucky. Hardest guy I've ever, because the situation is ridiculous. I mean, the guy played. You can only find high school tape highlights of him because he didn't play in college because he sat out the whole season. But he does have flashes of really good footwork at step back, side steps, kind of Bradley Beal-ish stuff where he becomes special. Has really good explosion. I'm guessing his coach lied when he said this, but his coach says he has a 48-inch vertical. I think he's lying. I bet you he's 41, maybe 40, but he's got hops. He can finish near the rim, and that's where things become special, and that's where he's a projection. People are going to fall in love with his perimeter shot creation and his ability to finish at the rim. He doesn't really show anything else. I don't view him as a great passer, and honestly, even though he's 9 on my big board, this is a guy I'd have to sit down and grill. Because, I mean, the guy is sitting out the whole season without an injury. Does he love basketball? I have to figure that out before I do anything with my draft pick, because that's a sign that he may not. And no matter how gifted you are, if you don't work, I don't care. If you don't want to be great, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what he wants to be. You know what I mean? So, it's a projection. This guy would move on my board depending on how he does with that and how he does on individual workouts. And it's just, as a guy from the outside looking in, we just can't see those things. So this is where he is. Somebody's probably going to buy into the hype and draft him top 7. But yeah, I wouldn't touch him until maybe 9 or 10, and then maybe I would think about the risk.
That's crazy. He sat out a whole season.
Mm-hmm. He was the number 1 prospect in his class.
I wonder why he sat out.
I forget what the reason was. I think it was I don't know. I think he moved down a year or something like that, or moved up a year and didn't want to play because of the physicality. I don't really remember why, or maybe not to hurt his draft stock. I don't really know. I do not know. You know what I mean?
He didn't want to play to hurt his draft stock?
I think maybe that was it. I don't know. Nobody really knows. He hasn't come out and said the real reason why, but I'm sure if I sat him down and was able to talk to him, I'd be able to get it out of him.
Yeah.
Because I would want to know. So this is one of those guys that you'd have to really grill. And, I just don't feel very confident about him. But, perimeter shot creation plus athleticism is special 2 guards in the NBA. There's a long list of them. You mean me bringing them up doesn't even – it's like 5 or 10 of them that are elite. So that's where things become special for him. Good wingspan as well. 6'11" is really good. It's really good wingspan. 6'5", 6'11".
That's crazy. How do you expect to get drafted if nobody's seen what you play with against future NBA players?
High school tape, man. International stuff.
But nobody gets not too many people get drafted out of high school anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It can be a little tough. But I think this is a pretty solid spot for him. I just want to know what he is mentally.
Yeah. That's giving Ben Simmons vibes.
Yeah, there's a guy like that last year who's Jalen Johnson, who was from Duke. He played like the first 12 games, and he was like, "Oh, this is hurting my draft stock," and he pulled out for the rest of the year. And I think got drafted like 21, 22, something like that. He's on the Atlanta Hawks bench.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. You ready to